to a very damp and misty Flåm. Or is it Flåm? Or Flam? Anyway, F-L-A-M. How you pronounce it is anyone's business. But yeah, we arrived in the dark this morning. I woke up and we were already docked. So yeah, I missed the sailing down the fjord, but it would have been pitch black anyway, so I wouldn't have seen anything. So unfortunately, our trip into Haugesund has been cancelled due to strong winds. And with the Britannia's record with dealing with strong winds, it's probably a wise idea that we don't go to Haugesund. So we're actually spending the night here in Flåm, which would be quite nice. I can think of worse places to spend a night. But whether there's much here is a different matter. Obviously we've got the gift shops and the souvenirs and stuff, but they won't be open all the way through the night. So then we've got the famous railway which you can see in front, and a tour boat by the looks of it. The queues of both which will probably be astronomical, so I'll be staying away from those and just going to explore the surroundings here. When I woke up at just before 8 o'clock, there was already people queuing up for the railway, which, yes, it is very scenic, and yes, probably have fantastic views, but if you're on the P&O excursion, correct me if I'm wrong people, but if you're on the P&O excursion, you're squashed in like sardines. So that, for me, would not be fun. So it's just going to be a leisurely explorer of Flåm for me today, or Flam. I don't even know how to say it properly, but we're here and we're going to have a look about. So literally I've just walked along the port frontage past the marina, and I've come round the opposite side from where the ship is. The wind's picked up actually, but it's actually not too bad. Too many actuallys there. Yeah, they did forecast rain today, so I'm prepared for it. I wouldn't recommend bringing an umbrella on these sorts of trips, because up at the glacier yesterday people took umbrellas and they, well, put it this way, there was a lot of auditions for Mary Poppins whilst on the track up there. I saw quite a few people nearly lose their umbrellas, but I don't think they anticipated just how windy it was going to be. Morning. Don't know if these most people are locals or tourists. You can hire out holiday rentals here in Flåm, or Flåm. Must be quite a nice place to chill out for a relaxing break with views like this. You can just hear the tones of the train in the distance. I don't know whether there's one coming back into the station perhaps, or one that's just leaving. Look at that rock face there, all that greenery. And there's the mighty Britannia. Let's not forget, people, Britannia's not the biggest P&O ship either. Got the Iona and the Arvia, which are the most recent additions to the fleet. One of which I have booked to go on in 2025, the Arvia. So we'll talk about that another day. On my way back, or a bit later on, I might see if I can get up. As we can see up there, there's a waterfall coming down, which looks like it's the biggest one that's here. I don't know whether there's a road or a footpath that'd be able to take me up then, have a nosy at that. I know some people say that once you've seen one waterfall, you've seen them all, but it's not as if you wake up and see one every day, is it? So make the most of them while you can, unless of course you live in the fjords or Niagara Falls, where waterfalls are to a penny. But we'll take a little stroll down there from that vantage point. There's a few benches down there, so I must be able to get down there and have a quick look around. Although there is a gate over there on the pathway, so maybe we won't be able to, but see if we can, and then we'll get some shots from down there. So it doesn't look like I can get down to that lower marine area, but just looking at this is a typical tunnel in Norway that I've seen so far. It looks like something you'd see out of Super Mario Brothers. You run through. Anyone that's played Super Mario Brothers could probably relate to that. Or was that just me and my childhood memories flooding back? I'm basically still a child anyway at 40, so you know. When we was travelling to the glacier yesterday on the coach, some of the tunnels were a bit tight. It was a double-decker coach, so it looks like you're approaching it and it's not going to fit, but these coach drivers know the height of their coaches and they've done those routes many times, so if you see it for yourself and you're worried about the coach not fitting in the tunnel, it will. They wouldn't put passengers' lives at risk, and it's what they do day in and day out for people, so yeah, don't be concerned about things like that. But as you can see, we can't really get down there. I mean, I could walk around that gap down there, but I don't want to be accosted by anybody. For all I know, it could say private property on the signs, and me not understanding what Norwegian is, it looks like I'm being ignorant, so well, I think I'll stay out of there, out of respect. We'll keep going a little bit further before turning around and heading back. We've got the main road up there, so it's not as if I'm going to be at the risk of being run down from behind, so yeah, we'll see what's around the corner. I think this will be the furthest I go this direction. Just looking round, you've got a house there, and you just basically got a headland. I'm not sure how long the path goes on for, to be honest, and they're not exactly driving slowly along that road, so I'll turn back around and head the other direction and see what's over that way. But we're in the UK, okay, maybe parts of Wales, maybe parts of Scotland. Do you get views like that? I don't know whether you can just see that over there. One of Britannia's stern mooring lines looks like it's just laying in the water, but I assume there's like an underwater mooring anchorage point there, perhaps. That just can't be seen, but it looks really strange from where I was standing. You've got a rib safari boat just going out there, and another trip boat there. That rib safari does sound good. Not the cheapest excursion, but a ride on a rib isn't something exciting for me because I've done it many times in the past, so yeah, it's not something that I would potentially pay out for doing personally. It's just my opinion. But yeah, take a wander back round now, and then maybe head into the village a bit more and see what's going on there. You can see that person down there. Just a second ago they were jumping around, throwing their arms in the air, doing a silly dance. I don't know whether they're doing something for like TikTok or something like that, but yeah, they've stopped now, but it was quite funny. Looked like they were putting a performance on the Headliners Theatre on shore, but yeah, probably something like a TikTok or doing a funny video for friends maybe, Instagram, who knows.